Salut tout le monde! Kevin sur l'Awareness website avec un autre video de Awareness Tai Chi. And this video is going to be on move 38, the separation left kick. So hang in there, we'll be right back. Alright, so we're back and we're going to finish up the separation kicks here. So we kind of left you hanging with separation right foot. So we're going to do a separation left foot. Now, these kicks, they're the only toe kicks in the set. So all the other kicks that follow will be heel kicks, except the turn and sweep lotus, which is a different kick altogether. And another video, of course. But these are toe kicks, so we're going to go through that. And so it's very similar to the first one, the separation right foot, except we're going to be kicking with the left foot. But setting it up and getting into it, a couple little things you probably want to be aware of and play around with. Okay, so we'll just jump right into it. So we're going from high pat on horse, and like we talked about, you turn, relax down into the right leg, step out to the left, come forward, adjust your back foot to get your Toyu stance, reach down, scoop up, come up, open up, and kick. Now from this point, with your foot hanging out in the air, there's different ways to go into the next kick. And so I'll kind of go through those a little bit, and then there's a couple other things I want to talk about. When you're standing there with your leg out in the air like this, everything extends. So you want everything to extend, but then you're going to relax back down into your left leg. Keeping the arms open, but relaxing down helps your weight get into that. But you don't have to go too far with it. There's a couple different ways. Sometimes it's taught as in you're kicking out and then you keep the leg out there and drop down and then go into it. Depends on what you want. That can kind of, if you're holding your leg up there, it can kind of make the hip a little tight. And it's not really connected. So you don't really want to hold it up there, but you want to sit back into the left leg. So when you open up, you want to relax and step. So you don't want to hold anything. Again, you don't want to pause. You want to keep it all connected. So you come down, you scoop up, open, and then relax and step. So you let everything relax and settle down, and just that sitting will put the foot in the right place. And again, you're going off to the 45 to the right. You're going to turn forward and put that heel back. So now you're in your Toyu, so you can relax down. So you just relax into this hip, scoop, come up, and then just the same, you're going to point to the left corner with your toe. And don't like force it, okay? It's just keep the foot relaxed and let it point towards the corner. But don't make it a forced. It's kind of like pushing your fingers out. You're not pushing your toes out per se, but you're coming up and letting the foot just relax and express out that direction. So maybe think of it like when we push out with the palm, we express out with the palm of the hand. So you're expressing out with the bubbling springs. You know, that point in the bottom of the foot, just behind the ball of the foot, you're expressing out with the bubbling springs. We'll leave it with that. So you're pushing down with one foot into the bubbling springs, and you're expressing out with the other foot into the bubbling springs and out the palms. So nice big stretch when you do that. Okay, now a couple things I just want to make mention of is when you scoop down, there can be a tendency for people when they come up to sort of lift up the hips first. So this comes up and the body's still forward. And that can be really difficult with your balance. So when you come down, when you come up, you scoop and let the body come up first so that you can push through the leg and come up and open. There are some examples of you continue the expression of the back foot. So when you're coming down, the back leg is expressing like in a toyu. And when you come up, the body comes up, but you still continue to express to a certain point, and then the leg comes up, and then you open. So you keep that contact with that back foot, that slight bit of expression as you're coming up, until this leg is kind of stable here, and then you can't really connect anymore with that back toe, and then it comes through and opens. And then when you relax down and go to this side, it's the same thing. As you reach down, scoop, get the body coming up first. So that scooping of the arms gets the body lined up so you can push from the leg, and this foot keeps connected. And then you come up and then express and open. And another thing, watch your angle. So you go back to the principles. You don't want this front knee to push out too far, because if you do that, then you're putting a lot of strain, especially when you reach down. Your knee is taking a lot of strain, and then when you come up, there can be a tendency to push the knee forward, so the hips and everything slide forward. So try not to do that, and that's where keeping that back foot connection really helps. Is that back foot's connected, so it stabilizes the hips and everything as you come up, so that when you can open, it's all right there. And I'd just love to go into the next kick, but Shelly won't let me. So that'll be next week's video, of course. So yeah, and again, you can practice doing these kicks in a row, and I'm going to do that towards the camera just so you can see the angles a little bit, so that when you come up with one side, push out, you come back, high pat on horse, you're straight ahead, you're going to relax down, you're going to step to the 45, reach down, come up. Don't turn into the kick, just open, sit down. So notice I'm still at the 45 this way, turn, straighten out the back heel, come up, and then open. So you're going from the 45 to the 45. So up, open, kick, step down. So you can do roomfuls of separation kicks like that. So you just continue on practicing going from corner to corner. I'm getting the signal from Shelly to back up. I'm getting too close. That's the trouble with being in a fairly small space here, but for sure, if you got a hallway or a long enough room that you can practice that, it really, really helps. Just doing separation kicks, the length, just like we do brush knees and stuff. And make sure when you pivot that back foot, so when you're going from the high pat on horse, when you pivot that back foot, don't pivot it too far so the feet are straight. I notice that as a tendency for some people, is they pivot that foot too far. So only to that 45 degrees. So you're going from 45 this way, from the high pat, you step to the corner, and you just straighten it so now it's parallel that way, and you're stepping out at the 45. And that'll help you keep your balance. And then when you come up, that foot stays connected. When you kick to the corner, you step down 45 this way, so there'll be a slight adjustment to again, so that foot is at 45 degrees. And that helps you get square here, allows you to relax in that front foot, so you can come up and then kick to the corner this way. And again, how high you kick is totally relevant to your balance and your flexibility. As I said in last week's video, again, come up, get your balance as best you can, but then if you need to put your toe down to kick, you can do that. So if you're really troubled with balance, again, still the same expression, whether your foot's touching the floor or up in the air, and whether it's shin high, knee high, hip high, or if you're a professional dancer, put it up over your head, whatever. Mr. Moy had said the height of the kick really doesn't matter too much, but as you practice and get better balance and better flexibility, you're practicing to kick higher. So by all means do that, but pay attention to whether you're straining when you're doing the kicks. You don't want to be lifting the leg and straining and tightening up in the hip. You want to come up, let it all express out, and then relax. So don't hold the kick up in the air. Just open and relax. So lots of different things to play with. And for sure, practice lots, because that's the best way to get better balance and stuff, is just to practice, keeping it very relaxed, and just let it express. Okay, let's do some follow along. And I think we'll take it from, because I want to get the idea of the flow going through the kicks, let's take it from the whip to one side. We'll do high pat on horse, separation right foot, separation left foot. And then when we finish, when you do the separation to the left, we're going to put the foot back behind us and cross facing forward. So we're just preparing for the next kick, but this will allow you to kind of finish it. So you'll kick, put the foot behind you. So in terms of angles to the camera, separation right foot, separation left foot, and then facing forward. So you got kind of like a pas step, and the back foot just touches behind, so that you're prepared to turn into the next kick. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So follow along.
You're worse than a little kid. You push your limits.
I'm pushing my limits.
I'm teasing you.
Okay, so we'll go from the whip to one side. Okay, ready? So relax down. Push forward, express. Shift back into the toyu. Place the toe. High pat on horse. Relax down into the right hip. Step to left corner. Reach down. Scoop. Let the body come up. Open. Toe kick to the right. Step down. Straighten out the back foot. Come up. Scoop. Open. Toe kick. Step back and cross without turning. So just the toe touches. And your arms are crossed in front of you. Got it? Let's try that again. Oh, Shelly doesn't. We need to get her doing some Tai Chi in the camera here, man.
That's fine, thank you.
Whip to one side. Relax down. Step. Open.
I couldn't talk that much.
Shift back. Place the toe. Up. And don't believe her on that. She can certainly talk that much. Scoop. Come up. Keep this angle. Open the leg out. Sit down. Step. Turn. And again, keep facing towards the right corner as you open, kick, step back, and you're facing straight ahead. And toe touches, ready for the next kick. I know, I just want to tease him a little bit. Okay, one more time and then we'll do it from the side. Relax down, whip to one side. Shift back, high pat, step out, separation right foot, separation left foot. Okay, so let's do it from, which side? Shall we facing this way, that way?
I don't think it matters.
It don't matter. Yeah.
We'll just back up a little bit, whatever way you're going.
Okay. All right, whip to one side. little close to the curtain. Okay, so we'll do it facing this direction now. And a little more room from the curtain. Whip to one side. Trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Whip. Shift back. So get the body up. Open. And if you're wobbling, that's fine. Just means you need to practice more. I'm noticing myself even just changing positions in the room here throws my equilibrium off a little bit. So it makes me kind of wobble a little bit. So I'm having to pay closer attention. So if you have to pause and just sort of take your time to get the kick out, not a problem with that. If you're doing it in a room with everybody, you get caught up. If you're a little slower opening up, then you can just sort of catch up again at the next part. But if you're doing it by yourself, take your time. Really be patient with yourself with the kicks. Let yourself find the balance. And here we are again at the end of the video. I don't know how to sign off in French, but Shelly says see you later. Check out the website, like us on Facebook, send us your comments, subscribe to our channel, all that kind of cool stuff, and we'll see you next week. Bye.